In the previous sessions, we have discussed about object assignment, shallow copy, and deep copy. These particular concepts we have discussed it. So, any doubts or any queries in the previous sessions? Have you all watched the recordings or have you all watched the live sessions? Right. So, in this particular session, let us start with a new concept and very important concept, which will basically help us to build our test benches in system Verilog. Okay. So that particular concept is nothing but our inheritance. Okay. Let us try to understand what do you mean by inheritance. Now, let me share my screen also. Give me a minute. So in the case of our inheritance, basically, you can able to relate it with your real life. Like we basically get the things from our elders, like our parents, right? So same here also. In the case of our inheritance, we are going to inherit the properties and methods from the parent class to the child class. So in the case of our inheritance, we are going to have two type of classes. One is a parent class, or else you can also see this particular parent class as base class. Okay. And another is your child class. Okay. Or you can also call this particular class as your derived class. Okay. So there are two type of classes in our inheritance. One is parent class or the base class, and another is child class or the derived class. Okay. So we are basically going to get the properties or the methods from our parent class. So this is our parent class and this is our child class. So child class will have all the rights to access the properties which are present inside your parent class, and what are the methods which are present inside your parent class. Okay, child class can access them. That is nothing but my inheritance. Okay, now how to achieve this inheritance, I'm going to use a keyword which is known as extends. If I'm going to use a keyword, then I can create a child class for my present class. It will become a parent class. Okay, let me show you how to declare it with one example. Let us try to understand this concept of inheritance. Let me share my screen again. Is my screen visible? Yes. So first of all, let me declare a class over here. So I'm going to declare, sorry, what happened to this? So I'm going to declare a simple module, and the module name is test. Now inside this module, what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare a class. So this class, let's say the name of this class is parent underscore class. You can give any name. Okay. Just I've given the name of this class is parent class. It's not like if you want to perform inheritance, you need to give the class name as parent class, because I've got this type of queries also. Like generally people ask me like if we want to perform inheritance, do we need to give only parent class as parent class only? No, it's not mandatory. Okay. So just for understanding purpose, I'm giving this particular name. Now let's say here I have two properties, int a underscore parent and int b underscore parent. These are the two properties which I'm going to have inside my parent class. And let us have a function also over here. And the function, what it is going to do is display $display, displaying from parent class. Okay. And followed by end class, end function, and end class. Now, here I'm going to declare one more class, which is child underscore class, and it is basically extending from parent underscore class. So this is how you're going to create a child class for a particular class. So for this particular class, parent underscore class, we are creating a child class by using a keyword which is known as extends. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here, nothing I'm going to do over here. Just I'm going to write down function void display, and I'm going to display uh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to display simply $display, displaying from child class, and let me also display the value of a and b. So a underscore parent is equal, let me display the values also. Let me copy this display method, display task. Yeah, dollar display value of a is a underscore parent is percentage d comma. Just simply I'm going to write down a underscore parent. Okay, and let me copy this display task and paste it over here. And followed by end function and end class. Now, for this child class, what I'm going to do, carefully observe over here in the child class, nowhere I've declared any property. Nowhere I've declared A underscore parent. Nowhere I've declared B underscore parent inside my child class. Those particular properties I've declared in my parent only. In the child, I haven't declared any particular properties. Okay. Now, let's say within an initial beginning block, I'm going to declare two handles, one for my parent, E underscore parent. Let's say E underscore P is my handle name, and for sorry, it's parent underscore class, right? So parent underscore class, E underscore P is the handle name. And for child underscore class, what I'm going to do, child underscore class, C underscore P is my handle name. Okay. Now, let's say if I'm going to create the object for my parent underscore class, and I'm going to call the display function, E underscore P dot display, and followed by end and end module. Now, before that, let me assign the values of this A underscore parent and B underscore parent. A underscore P dot A underscore parent is equal to 10, and A underscore P dot B underscore parent is equal to 20. Now, what do you think? Which display will be called? Here, if you carefully observe, in the parent class also, I'm going to have the same function name. And in the child class also, I'm having the same function name. Now, what do you think? Which display function will be called if I'm going to calling the display function using my parent class handle? Let me repeat my question again. What do you think? Which display function will be called if I'm going to call the display using my parent class handle? Parent class handle dot display. If I'm going to call, which display function will be called? The display function which is present in the parent, or the display function which is present inside my child? Obviously, parent now, because we are calling the display function using the parent class handle. So obviously, the parent class method will only be called. Let me display it. Let me run it, and let me show you. See, displaying from the parent class. Okay, that is what we are going to call. Okay, and if we want to display the values of A and B, that also we can do it. Okay, now let us see if I am going to, if I want to access the values, let me comment this and let me create the instance of my child C underscore P is equal to new. If I'm going to create the instance of my child, and if I'm going to access C underscore P dot A underscore parent is equal to 20, and C underscore P dot B underscore parent is equal to 100. If I'm going to do that. Okay. Now, what is that I'm going to have? And if I'm going to call C underscore P dot display. Now tell me whether can I access parent class properties using child class handle or not? Yes or no? Can I access parent class properties using my child class handle? Here I am accessing parent class properties using child class handle. Can I access it or not? Can I access parent class handle properties? Parent class properties using child class handle is my question. Obviously, yes. So this is the rule number one of your inheritance. Okay. So what is rule number one over here is you can access, basically your child can access parent class properties. Parent class properties as well as methods. It can access both properties and methods. Who can access? Your child class can access, or child class handle can access both parent class properties and methods. Let me run this and let me show you. Yes. So what is that we are going to get? Displaying from the child class, displaying from the child class value of A is equal to 20 and B is equal to 20, 100. Okay. Is it clear, guys? The rule number one is it clear? Any doubts in the rule number one? That's great. Okay. Now let's say if I'm, yeah, not required. We can comment it. Okay. Yeah. Now let's say if in my child class, I'm going to declare two more extra properties, int c underscore child and int d underscore child. Now, I'm going to access these properties using my child class handle only. So what I'm going to do, c underscore p dot c underscore child is equal to 200 and c underscore p dot d underscore child is equal to 300 if I'm going to write it down. Okay. And let me display them also. Let me copy this. Okay. So what I'm going to write down c underscore child. C underscore child is percentage d comma c underscore child and d underscore child. Okay. And d underscore child. Just I'm displaying them and let me show you what is going to happen. So is it going to work or not? Obviously, the child class properties, if you are trying to access using the child class handle, there is no mistake in that. You can access it. Now my question is, let me comment all these particular things. Let me comment all these particular things. And using my parent class handle, if can I access my child class properties? Using my parent class handle, can I access my child class properties is my question. Is it going to work or not? What do you think? Using my parent class handle, can I access my child class properties or not? Is my question. Okay, let's see what is that we are going to get. It's not going to get. So C underscore child is not found in E underscore P. Okay. So basically the rule number two of your inheritance is you cannot access child class properties using parent class properties. So this is nothing but our rule number two. So rule number two is parent cannot access child class properties. Now, so let's take one more scenario over here. Let's take one more scenario. Let me comment everything and let's have one more scenario. So module test and here I'm declaring one class C1 int a underscore C1 I have and I have a function display function void display. Let's say it is just going to display from class C1 and the value of C1 a underscore C1 is percentage d comma a underscore C1 it is going to display and followed by end function. Okay. And followed by end class. Let us take one more class over here. Let me copy it and let me paste it over here. Okay. And here this class name is C2 and this is A underscore C2. Okay. Now, and we have C2 class over here. A underscore C2, A underscore C2. Okay. Now inside C2 class, I'm going to declare C1 class handle. How I'm going to declare C1? C1 underscore H is equal to new. I've created the object also for this. Now, is this a is this C2 class is a child class of C1? Is my statement true or false? My statement is C2 is a child of C1. Is my statement true or false? Or let's say C1 is a child of C2. Is my statement true or false? So my statement I'm writing over here C1 is child of C2. Is my statement true or false? Obviously false. So it's not a parent or it's not a child. Here we have nothing like that. These are two subclass handles. Okay. So C1 is a different class handle and C2 is a different class handle. Am I right or wrong? Yes or no? Obviously, yes. Okay. Now, let's say if you carefully remembered in our previous discussions also, let's declare two handles. For C1, let me declare C1 underscore H, and for C2, let me declare C2 underscore H. Okay. So I've declared two class handles, and within an initial boolean block, if I'm going to write down C1 underscore H is equal to new, and C2 underscore H is equal to new, if I'm going to write down, can I write C2 underscore H is equal to C1 underscore H? Can I write like this? Yes or no? Can I assign these two class handles? C2 underscore H is equal to C1 underscore H. Okay. What is the reason for this? Why I cannot assign two class handles or two class objects? What may be the reason for this? Okay. If you carefully observe, here I have C1 class. So inside the C1 class, I have different properties. This is int A I have declared over here. This is one property. Okay. And C2 class is having one more object, which let's say I have some another property M. I cannot assign these two objects. You can clearly see over here, these two are different properties. Okay. For example, for C1 class only, if you are going to declare two handles, C1 underscore H and C2 underscore H, you can assign this. There is no problem because these two handles belong to same class only, and they will have access to same object, same property. But if you try to assign this particular handle with this particular handle, you cannot try to assign it because C3 underscore H is pointing to different memory, where in that particular memory we have different properties, and C1 underscore H is pointing to some different memory. Okay. Now, why this is case number one which I have took. Now, let's say in our inheritance also, we have a class C1, and this class C1 is having an object. Okay. Let's say it is having A underscore C1 is equal to 10 and B underscore C1 is equal to 20. Now, we have declared one more class, which is C2, which extends from C1. And let's say it is having a property int C2 underscore B1. Now, if we create a object for this particular class, what are the properties will be present inside this particular class? Can anyone tell me? If we are going to create an object for this class C2, what are the properties which are going to present inside this class C2? Take your time and tell me. What are the properties which will be present inside my object? Exactly. So I will have parent class properties A underscore C1 and B underscore C1, as well as extra property which is nothing but my child class property, which is C2 underscore B1. Is it clear, guys? Can you able to see or understand over here? So if you are going to extend any particular class from your parent class, you are going to have parent class properties as well as the extra other properties which are present inside your class. Am I right or wrong? Yes or no? Yes, exactly. Now, so using my child, let's say for the C2 class, I have a handle which is known as C2 underscore H. So using the C2 underscore H, can I access parent class properties or not? Yes or no? Using this child class C2 underscore H, can I access parent class properties or not? Yes or no? Using this child class, can I access parent class properties or not? Yes or no? Just now we have seen now in our code. Using our child class only, we were accessing parent class properties and it was able to successful. Okay. And if you carefully observe why it was allowed, because in the child class object, parent class properties are always already present now. That's why you are able to access them. Is it clear, guys? Can you able to see that? So in whenever in your child class object, you already have parent class properties now. That's why you can able to access them. That is the reason. But if you have a parent class handle, like let's say suppose C1 underscore H, can you able to access this child class property using parent class handle? No. Why? Because in your parent class object, if you carefully see, there is no child class properties which is present. But inside your child class object, you have parent class properties also. That's why you can access them. You cannot access child class properties using the parent class handle because there is no child class property which is present. Parent don't know what is present inside your child at all. Okay, parent class handle don't know what is exactly present in your inside your child class properties, or parent don't know about child class methods also. But child know everything about the parent class properties and parent class methods. Is it clear? These are the two rules of our inheritance. The first rule over here is you can basically rule number one is child can access parent class properties and methods, and rule number two is parent cannot access child class properties. Is it clear? Why these rules we have given? The reason for this just now I've discussed it over here. Is it clear? Yes or no? Yeah. So let me show you the error which I'm going to get over here. Member C underscore child not found in A underscore P. This is the error which we are going to get in the 41 line. Sorry, not in the 41 line. Where is it? Let me run this again. Okay. I haven't completed this code yet. So what I've done, yeah, and followed by end and end module. So different class handles I cannot assign. Okay, that is what I wanted to show you. Yeah. So is it clear, guys? Any doubts or any queries? I cannot access. I cannot basically assign them. Any queries in this? Delete in the sense, what you want to do. You cannot remove it from the memory. Once if you have declared them in the class, then that's it. You cannot remove the variable. Either you can change the value, but you cannot remove the variable from the object. Yeah, you can override. You can override, but you cannot remove the variable. Okay. Yes. Now, let me show you one more case over here. So we have a parent class and a child class, and both the method names are same. Now, if I'm going to call, uh, let me uncomment it. Let me comment and let me uncomment this particular things. Yeah. And if I'm going to call c underscore p dot display, that means child class I'm going to use, and I'm going to call the display method. So which display method is being called, whether the parent class display method is being called or the child class display method is being called. If I'm going to use, let me comment this everything. So here what I'm doing, using the child class I've created an object, and using the child class I've accessed the parent class property and child class properties, and I'm calling the display method using my child class handle. Now, which display method is being called, parent class or the child class? Child class. Child class. Okay. So basically, we are basically calling the child class method, and the parent class method is not being called. Let me run this. Okay. So if your parent class is having the same function name and the child class is also having the same function name, the process you're following over here, this is nothing but overriding. Okay. Let me copy this two lines and paste it in the parent class. Let me show you what is going to happen. See, so the display function which is present inside your parent class is not being called. Only the display function which is present in the child class, that is being called. If you are going to call using the child class handle. Okay. So this is what it is going to happen. The process which you are going to do here is nothing but your overriding. Okay. Yeah. So about the overriding in detail, we will discuss in the polymorphism and all, we will discuss. Okay. So this is the introduction about your inheritance, where we have seen how to declare your parent class, child class, and the rules, the important rules, the parent class and the child class related rules. We have started our discussion. Okay. So in our tomorrow session, we will see about super keyword and the polymorphism, which is a very important concept that we will discuss. And after that, we will start our test bench creation. So how to create a test bench and what is our test bench and how it is going to look like and all we are going to discuss. Okay. And the event scheduler also. Okay. Yes. So that's about this particular session. If you have any doubts or any other queries you wanted to discuss, you can stay and have the discussion.